So in this video, we're going to be looking at tax. Tax is just something that we always have to pay, and specifically here, we're talking about sales tax. So our practice problem, it says David went to the mall and bought a new iPad for $500. The sales tax rate is 8.5%. So 8.5% there. And the two questions. What is the cost of just the sales tax, and what is the cost of the iPad including sales tax? So in order to do this, this is a percent of a number problem. I need to draw my double number line. I'm going to draw it over to the side here. So I have my arrow, and I have my 0% and my 100%. And 100% of the iPad is $500. All right, so there we go. The sales tax rate is 8.5%. Percents are on top, so I'm going to need an 8.5 somewhere. Okay, well, I have no clue how to get from 100 to 8.5%. And we've kind of been working on going to 10% before. Well, if I go to 10% right here, I still have no clue how to get from 10 to 8.5. So this is where there was a lesson called weird percentages. All right, this would be considered a weird percent, 8.5%. So in that lesson, we talked about going to 1%. All right, well, 1% of 500 means I move the decimal point, which is right here. I move it twice to the left, 1, 2, and I end up getting 5. So 1% of 500 is 5. Well, I need 8.5%. So I just have to ask myself, how do I get from 1 to 8.5? Well, that's times 8.5. Times 8.5. All right, there's a decimal right there. Okay, well, that means I just have to do a little bit of multiplication. We'll do it on the side right here. 8.5, and we'll just make a squiggly line there, times 5. And 5 times 5, that's 25. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 2 is 42. So, I get 42 there. There's one number after the decimal point. There's 0 numbers after the decimal point. That means there's one number after the decimal point. So I end up getting 42.5, and I need that to look like money, and I have to add that 0 there. So the sales tax for that iPad is going to be $42.50. And I tell my kids, the more a product costs, the more tax you're going to pay. I had a lot of students be like, well, that's too much money, Mr. Capshaw. They wanted to make it $4.25. I said, well, in relationship to how much it costs, it needs to be $42, not $4.25. So part B, in order to find the total price, I need to take the price of the iPad, which is $500, and add the tax, $42.50. All right, I get 50 cents, and I get $542. So my final answer, $542.50.